Hello, a warm welcome to the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and if you may like, call it the Theatre of Entertainment, situated in the heart of Brikama, West Coast region, the Gambia, and it is the 5 p.m. of this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan, and of course it is Group E class between Black Star KM, one of the newest faces in the Brikama Summer Nawettan 2025, another against Sky Power Niro Legacy, the team in having the combination of Sky Power and of course Niro Legacy, and the ground is set and all set for this great battle. And currently Black Star KM currently dressed in their colorful red shorts and white socks, playing from the Democracy end of the Box Bar Mini Stadium towards the police line, while Sky Power Niro Legacy dressed in light green shorts and of course green socks, playing from the police line end towards the Democracy end of the theater. And of course it's a huge class between these two sides. Black Star KM in their first game, of course the first two matches played to won or drew once and lost once, whilst Sky Power Niro Legacy played to drew once and lost once, and both sides are currently on a point and just a point in Group E. And of course these two sides are in the same group alongside Dasilame United, who are currently leading the chart with 7 points. Fortune follows with 5 points. Black Star KM on third with a point. Sky Power Niro Legacy with a point, and GSAR on the foot of the table with a point. At the commentary cabin for LSTV is Parliament Fatih. Sesidat Kujabi has joined us, and Kemo Kanyi behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. We will surely get you the rundown of the starting 11 for both sides, and also have a close look at the current group standings as per the Brikama Summer Nawettan 2025-26 is concerned. And in case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1, just as I said, Parliament Fatih. Sesidat Kujabi, Kemo Kanyi and Osman Kamara behind camera operations. Before handing the mic to Kemo and Sesidat for the reaction, we will surely get you the quick rundown on the starting 11 for Black Star KM, who are currently starting with Sekuna Nyasi in goal, Osman Kambe, Aliou Cisse, Patrick Gomez, Suleiman Seka, Ibrahima Dabo, Buba Dabo, Bakary Sanyang, Joshua Jata, Ibrahima Williams and Lamin Kamara completing the 11 for Black Star KM, and the team was under the guidance of Osman Kujabi and Idrissa Jallo, whilst Lamin Bujang and Lamin Kote on the technical area for Sky Power Niro Legacy. Musa Suarez Sare is in goal. Armando Gomez, team captain. Idrissa Kujabi, Yusuf Jata, Kajali Koli, Bubakar Mane, Mohamed Kamara, Abdou Jite, Seydou Soke rather, Peter Ndeki and Alaji Kante completing the 11 for the boys dressed in light green colors. And of course, it is at the Box Bar Mini Stadium and in Group E class. Both sides hoping to secure maximum point, and any of the sides that is able to get a victory here will surely get the team to 4 points on the table standing in Group E. Of course, just as I said earlier, Sesidat Kujabi, Kemo Kanyi with us at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Sesidat, a huge clash between the two, and both sides are currently eyeing for maximum points, and then anything other than a maximum point will definitely be a failure for both sides.
Yeah, indeed. What a fixture and what a game on a fateful Friday evening here at the theater. Both teams, needing the maximum 3 points to cement their position in the group standing. Before this crucial encounter between the newcomers in Blackstar KM of Kembuje and then the experienced coalition of that of Sky Power and then Niro Legacy, who have been trying on numerous occasions to make it to the tournament proper, but they fail on numerous occasions. But then they have a great combination of players at their disposal. So coming together to form this coalition with Sky Power, that tells you the rest of the story, that this team that on their day they can be, a major threat to any team, that comes on their way. And especially, coming into this fixture having lost, their first game, to Fortune, if I am right, and then drawing, the second game, currently they are with 1 point, and then Black Star also with 1 point, both coming into this game, Black Star have an edge when it comes to the goal difference. That's why, they are currently sitting at third position. So all Gavas knows the importance of this fixture in order to cement and improve her chances of making it to the next stage, and also to avoid a possible relegation. This fixture is a fixture that can determine, whether either of the team would be, safe from a potential relegation or have the chances of making it to the next stage of the competition. That make it an interesting fixture to be to watch. This is why you can see the turnout not disappointing. There have been instances wherein you come to the theater in this year's Nawettan, the turnout is not that much great compared to this match. You can see the attention this particular fixture have attracted within Brikama and satellite community. So a game to watch, and we expect nothing but then perfection from both Gavas, because that's the only ingredient you needed in such kind of fixture part.
Thank you very much, a colleague and brother Sesidat Kujabi, and later on we will engage Kemo Kanyi at the Box Bar Mini Stadium live on LSTV1. Few minutes into the contest, Black Star KM from Kembuje nil, Niro Legacy, of course, Brikama Base Club nil, and the score is currently 0-0 from the theater. Both sides hoping to win it in their third fixture after failing in the first and second respectively. It is Black Star KM who are currently dressed in red shorts, and of course white socks, whilst Sky Power Niro Legacy dressed in light green socks, and of course green socks. Is going to be an attack on the far side, and the flag of the assistant referee is up again. The Sky Power Niro Legacy, and the central referee of this crucial and lively game is Fatmata Jabang, who is having the assistance of Bakari Jabang, Jara Estila, and of course Ansumana Koli serving as the fourth assistant referee from the theater. Of course, just as said, Siddharth Kujabi rightly mentioned, the turnout at the Box Bar Mini Stadium is definitely impressive. Kemo Kanyi, I think it is definitely an interesting game, and then this what Siddharth highlighted earlier on. This is why the turnout also never disappoint in this fixture between Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy.
Yes, very well. These both sides here will want to go home with the maximum point because they know very well that losing this particular game will do a huge damage to their cause in this year's Brikama Sports Committee Summer Nawettan. So both of sides here, their approach to this particular game will be the same because they both want to win, and then they will also be hoping that they do not concede the goal, especially being the first team to concede the goal in this fixture can do a huge damage to either to any of the sides here that go on to lose this fixture here. So that this game is a very different ball game because both have played two games and then losing one of the games and then being able to collect a point from one of the games that they have played. So coming into their third game, the third fixture here, so they will want to win this, and then this is the tactic that will be employed here by both sides because they will not want to draw again. The only thing that they can will be able to satisfy into this particular fixture is at least a win and then to go home with the maximum 3 points in this fixture. But losing the entire point to in this particular fixture will do a huge damage.
Is an opportunity straight into the gloves of the netminder Musa Suare. Brilliant start coming from the boys in red shorts, and of course White Sox. Black Star KM up against Sky Power Niro Legacy, and Sky Power Niro Legacy having the chance to play in the Brikama Summer Nawettan after failing in the qualifiers these seasons, whilst Black Star KM playing in the Brikama Summer Nawettan for the very first time. And Black Star KM coming to the Brikama Summer Nawettan. In their first game, it was 1-1 against Yarambamba FA before the team advancing on post-match shootout. And in their second fixture was 0-0 against Maximiral before sailing on a post-match shootout in their second game. And in the third game, it was in the Kembuje Derby where they advanced after getting the better of Superstars on post-match shootout. And of course, in the playoffs, this is where they advance after defeating Duajabi Properties of Farato to book a place for the very first time in the Brikama Summer Nawettan. Sky Power Niro Legacy, or Sky Power, or Niro Legacy rather, came to the Brikama Summer Nawettan qualifier solo in their first game. This is where the team crashed out after losing to Borderline in a thrilling 0-0 scoreline before Borderline advanced on post-match shootout. And coming into this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan, Sky Power Niro Legacy were able to negotiate this spot. And already that's an infringement as signaled by the central referee and in favor of Black Star KM. And in their first game, Sky Power Niro Legacy, it was a defeat in the hands of Dasilame United 1-0. In the second game, of course, it was 0-0 against Fortune, whilst Black Star KM in their first game played a thrilling 1-1 scoreline against Gisar before losing to Dasilame United by 2-1 in their second game. And currently both sides are currently on a point. On the far is an opportunity for Sky Power Niro Legacy, and already the final touch on Sky Power Niro Legacy. Black Star KM will have the opportunity, both sides hoping to win it. And we will also have a rundown on the group standing of this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan so far. Group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the final group of H. Group A, we have Amasa leading the chart with 5 points after 3 matches, followed by Newtown after 2 games with 4 points. Kute Jombulu sits third on 4 points. Wellingara United fourth on 3 points, and senior players on the foot of the table with 0 points after 2 matches. In Group B, we have top 10 with maximum points, played 3, won all, sitting comfortably on top of Group B. Sabu United on second after 3 matches on 4. Manokang already crashed out of the competition. Kabafita after 3 matches on 4 points, and Superstars after 3 games with a point. Group C, Dreamers FC after 3 matches, currently leading the chart in Group C with 5 points. Daru on 4 points second. Makasutu FC on third with 4 points. Sanchaba Youths fourth with 2 points after 2 matches. Power Station on 2 points after 3 matches. Group D, Bairo currently leading the chart with 5 points, closely monitored by Elephantry on second with 5 points after 3 matches. Santosu United sits third on 3 points after 2 matches. Manduar United after 2 matches on 2 points. New Generation rather on the foot of the table after 2 matches are still without a point. In Group E, this is where we have Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy. And in their group of E, Dasilame United sits on top of the table with 7 points. Fortune second with 5. Black Star KM after 2 matches on a point. Sky Power Niro Legacy after 2 matches with a point. And GSAR currently with a point. And of course on the foot of the table, it is Black Star or Sky Power Niro Legacy around the edge of the 18. Trying to unlock the defense now on the edge of the 18. Flashes in. A decent one on this time around. It's a goalkeeping blunder. And it's a very simple goal this time around. And Sky Power Niro Legacy has just taken the lead at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Sesidat Kujabe, this is definitely a goalkeeping blunder. Serious goalkeeping blunder. And the goalkeeper, we believe, should have definitely done better in this situation.
Yeah, indeed. This is one of the easiest goals, you could score it at the BSC, Nawettan proper. This is more than bad goalkeeping coming from the Black Star KM netminder in this occasion. That is really poor goalkeeping coming from the Black Star KM netminder. And in fact, they have been horrible, during the course of the qualifiers, and then into the league, the goalkeepers have not been at their very best, helping the team in their quest of both during the qualification and also during the tournament proper. They have not been to the best of their abilities, and in order to secure 3 points in the BSC tournament proper, you needed a very good steady netminder who will play with a lot of character, courage, and eye to the ball. Make sure he is very much alert on every danger that is coming within the danger zone to make sure you keep it clean and safe. But on this occasion, it's like the goalkeeper, physically he is in the gym, but mentally he is off the gym. This is why that ball, as keep as that was, caught him on surprise and he couldn't do anything. And now Sky are on the lead, and it's just a matter of showing a lot of character, a lot of courage, a lot of determination, knows how to approach the rest of the minutes, and also know exactly how to manage these particular results that they have at their advantage.
Thank you very much, Sesidat Kujabe. Earlier on there was a penalty south, but the central referee Fatmata Jabang, of course, not the least interested, and she already waved for a corner instead of awarding a penalty to Black Star KM. And currently the score is Black Star KM 0, Sky Power Niro Legacy 1. From the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it is already an own goal. Joshua Jata, the central defender for Black Star KM, of course, getting that own goal for his side. And currently Black Star KM trail by a goal to 0. And currently they need to score, else they will surrender maximum points to Sky Power Niro Legacy, who are currently enjoying the slender advantage. Corner for the boys in red shorts and white socks, playing from the police line and towards the democracy end. Of course, a great turnout at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in this crucial and lively Group E class. And of course, in their group, this is where we have Dasilame United, Fortune, Black Star KM. It's a long one, partly headed out by Sky Power Niro Legacy, who are currently enjoying the slender advantage from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Central referee Fatmata Jabang. Bakari Jabang is one of the assistants. Jarai Sila and Sumana Skoli is serving as the 4th assistant referee. It is of course lively around the edge of the 18. An easy time for the netminder Musa Suare. Kimokanye, I think if Sky Power Niro Legacy is able to pick maximum point here, this is definitely going to get the grouping very interesting, because we're going to see Dasilame United leading the chart with 7 points, Fortune FC on 5, and Black Star KM or Sky Power Niro Legacy with a victory will move to 4 points, and also Black Star KM, if they are also able to secure maximum point, will definitely move to 4 points. This will definitely close the gap on Fortune Football Club Academy rather, who are currently on 2nd with 5 points. So a victory for either side here will surely get the team to 4 points. This time around, Sila comes in, and that's the second goal for Sky Power Niro Legacy. What a start for Sky Power Niro Niro Legacy. And the team is currently 2-0 up. And 2-0 up against Black Star KM. Alaji Kante with the second goal, and Kante broke the deadlock to give the second goal. And second goal to Sky Power Niro Legacy. Kemo Kanye, things are definitely working for Sky Power Niro Legacy. And of course, in the very first moments of this crucial and lively game, the team is currently leading by 2-0 against Black Star KM at the Box Bar Mini Stadium.
Yes, in the first 17 minutes, Sky Power Niro Legacy has shown their ambition very clearly into this particular game. Yes, this is what we want. We only want to win this particular game so we can better our standing. So, and then looking at their table, as you have earlier mentioned, a win in this particular game here will make their group a very, very interesting one, because there will be 1 point adrift of Fortune, who are currently on 5 points, and then 3 points adrift of the group leaders at Dashalame currently, and then they will have a game to yet to be played before the group phase is ended. And then as well, Gisar is also on a point, so who knows, they may also get themselves capitalized on the third game and then get themselves a win, and then with that will give a group a very, very interesting standing. But as of now, Sky Power Niro Legacy are on the course to victory, because they are currently leading here by 2-0 already. The latest from Alaji Kante was just a brilliant screamer from the youngster, and then the game is now allowed to continue here. But still, after 18 minutes into this particular contest, it is the Sky Power Niro Legacy side that are currently enjoying this particular game here, because they are leading by 2-0, and then hopefully they will want to end this, especially the first half, in this score line, and then try to keep themselves to the victory throughout the second period as well. So let's see what happens here. But any of the sides here, because their opponents can also come from behind and then get themselves any meaningful result into this particular contest. But right now they have a huge task that they will need to accomplish if they want to get any point from this particular encounter, because their opponents are already on their right throne here in trying to get themselves to the victory.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. A difficult start to this game by Black Star KM, and currently the team is down by 2-0. Sesidat Kujabi, of course, an awful start to Black Star KM, as the team currently trailed by 2-0. Of course, defensively, I think they should have done better in conceding the first goal, and also the second goal was also a team to concede.
Down to poor concentration, coming from the Black Star faithful players in this particular game. You have to understand, as a player, you have defensive responsibility whenever you are without the ball, and you needed to have a very good organization behind that ball with a very high, magnitude of concentration, which is very lacking, when it comes to these Black Star KM players in this particular game. They lack that organization, and then a very good concentration whenever they are defending in their own half. This is why we have seen loopholes in the way they set up whenever they are defending. You can see the organization have not been very, very great for them in these first 40 minutes of this encounter. And then such high profile game, you needed that belief, that character, that courage, to do and get everything right in order to get the required result in such kind of game, which I believe is definitely lacking in these early moments of the game. And then the goalkeeper, Sekuna Nyasi, have not been at her very best. This first and second goals, respectively. I believe he could have done a great job, trying to help, the team in that occasion. But then his contribution, towards, keeping it safe, as a netminder, on those occasions is very poor. You cannot produce such kind of performance in such crucial game. Now Black Star are two not down, and then they need to do everything possible, in order to keep it alive for them in this crucial fixture, to score one before going into the lemon time and see, what they can do coming from the tunnel in the second half to see how they can turn, the tie around. But so far, Sky have a better, approach. They have not been possessing much, but whenever they got the ball during their transition, they make sure, they take that ball to where, it is needed the most, and at the end of the day, trying to, find the back of the net. That is the most important thing to do in such kind of games, and they are doing that so far.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi, or Sesidat Kujaberada. And any moment from now, Black Star KM will be forced to an early substitution. The team is currently trailing by 2-0 against Sky Power Niro Legacy. In case you're just joining us, this is LSTV1 live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium in the 2025-26 Brikama Soma Nawettan, and the Soma Nawettan in full swing at the theater. And this 5 p.m. showdown between Black Star KM against Sky Power Niro Legacy. Black Star KM dressed in red shorts and white socks, while Sky Power Niro Legacy in light green shorts, and of course green socks. And it is currently 2-0 in favor of Sky Power Niro Legacy. It's going to be an early substitution for Black Star KM, not a decent one. An opportunity for Sky Power Niro Legacy, enjoying the 2-0 advantage. This is Kante who scored the second goal for Sky Power Niro Legacy side, switching the play from their own half to their opposition's half on the far side. It's a massive clearance coming from, and Black Star KM will be forced to a double substitution for Sky Power or Black Star KM. They will solely get off their goalkeeper and introduce another goalkeeper, and of course we're going to see is an early substitution, and the goalkeeper is off. The goalkeeper for Black Star KM is off and will be replaced by another goalkeeper after the first goalkeeper conceding 2 goals and 2 early goals, and the team forced to an early substitution. Lively and great atmosphere at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. The supporters behind Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy are definitely on top of their voices. This is the Box Bar Mini Stadium in case you're just joining us. Black Star KM started the contest having Sekuna Nyasi in goal, and already Sekuna Nyasi is already taking off, being replaced by Usman Jajo, and Usman Jajo is the goalkeeper now in goal for Black Star KM. And we have also seen the introduction of Madi Seka, and Madi came in the very first moments of the first period after the team conceding twice against Black Star or Sky Power Niro Legacy. And currently in goal for Black Star KM is Osman Najajo, who replaced Sekuna Nyasi, Osman Kambi, Aliou Cisse, Patrick Gomez, Suleiman Seka, Ibrahim Dabo, Buba Dabo, Bakari Sanyang, Joshua Jata, Ibrahim Williams and Lamin Kamara completing the 11 for Black Star KM, one of the newest faces in the Brikama Soma Nawettan against Sky Power Niro Legacy, a team that could not get to the Nawettan proper before negotiating a spot and having that coalition between Sky Power and Niro Legacy. It was Niro Legacy that came to the Brikama Soma Nawettan qualifiers but could not get to the Nawettan proper. This time deep in their own half. Black Star KM back to the custodian Osman Jajo. Black Star KM trail by 2 goals to nil. Can they get something from that? And already the central defender will surely try to get that ball down. And this time Musa Suare in goal. And Suare Musa in goal for Sky Power Niro Legacy. Sky Power Niro Legacy lost their first game before picking a point in their second game. And of course, the first game for Black Star KM, it was of course 1-1 against GSR before losing 2-1 to Dasilame United. And currently trailed by 2 goals to nil against Sky Power Niro Legacy. The central defender back to the new entrant and goalkeeper Osman Jajo. Jajo Osman seems to be that comfortable goalkeeper, having a lot of confidence in goal for Black Star KM. Not for too long. Sky Power Niro Legacy will chase once again, enjoying the advantage, and they are still searching for more goals after getting 2 in the very first moments of the first period against Black Star KM. And Black Star KM in goal is Musa Suare, Armando Gomez team captain Idrissa Kujabi, Yusuf Ajata, Kajali Kole, Bubakar Mane, Mohamed Kamara, Abdou Jite, Sedu Soke, Peter Ndeke, and Alaji Kante. And the team Sky Power Niro Legacy is having the head coach of Lamin Bojang, and Lamin Bojang is having Lamin Kote as his immediate assistant, whilst Osman Kujabi and Idrissa Jalo on the technical area for Black Star KM in their very first outing in the Brikama Summer Nawettan, after booking a place from the eliminations to the Nawettan proper this time around. And Black Star KM needs to redouble their efforts. The team is currently third on the table, but with a defeat here will drop to 4th and will only be or probably move down. Sky Power Niro Legacy on the advantage currently. Noisy background from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Great atmosphere and great turnout at the theatre. Spreading it wide on the far side is Black Star KM, dressed in red and white colors, trying to dribble passes. Marker still around the edge on defensive work coming from Sky Power Niro Legacy. Busy technical area for Usman Kujabi. And Usman Kujabi is definitely very much busy on the technical area, as he is very much aware what a defeat could cause for his side, Black Star KM. And the team trailed 2-0 in the first half against Sky Power Niro Legacy. The first goal was an own goal before Alaji Kante getting the second for Sky Power Niro Legacy. And they are on the attack once again, using the left side of the attack. Can they get the third from this instance? Sky Power Niro Legacy. Alaji Kante once again trying to dribble past his marker, succeeds, and already that's a foul against him. And central referee Fatmata Jabang has given the opportunity to Black Star KM, who trail by 2 goals to nil. And Jabang Fatmata is having the assistance of Bakari Jabang, Jarai Sila, and Ansumana Koli as the 4th assistant referee from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, if you may like. Give it a name, Theatre of Entertainment. Around the edge, can they pull one back from this instance? Black Star KM flashes in a cross, and that's a decent back heel by the team captain Armando Gomez. Solid defensive work, and the score is still 2-0, and 2-0 in favor of Sky Power Niro Legacy. Black Star KM on the attack once again. There is currently a player down. Injured for Sky Power Niro Legacy, and the central referee Fatmata Jabang will first assess the level of the injury of the player before asking. And of course the medics are already on the pitch. Sesidat Kujabi, I think things are definitely going in favor of Sky Power Niro Legacy, and they will be very much comfortable at least to get back into the dressing room with their noses in front 2-0 against Black Star KM.
Yeah, indeed, to me they have a very great game plan and also a very good approach to this team. You know, you can can see, whenever, Sky Power, Niro are defending, they defend with numbers, and then every player is, fully alerted to the danger that is coming, and the concentration level is at the very highest, compared to, the KM boys of Black Stars, who, are having a very, poor organization, especially when Sky Power are moving with quick transition during break. You can see whenever they regain possession, they try to utilize the left side of their attack, and then the number 10 have been a very good ball carrier, taking progression forward, and then giving trouble moments for the Black Stars of Kembuje Medina. And I think so far they have a better game pattern compared to what the Black Stars KM are doing, and then they need to improve on their game defensively, and also whenever they are attacking, they have to show great desire and ambition in trying to unlock the opponent's defense line, and then they have to make sure they connect one another during the final phases of attack at the danger zone of Sky Power. If not, the way they are trying to penetrate the defensive organization of Sky Power, I think this method is not sufficient and not enough to unlock the stubborn and very steady defense line for Sky Power so far. How they react to the danger is always next to none. You can see in that occasion that was nearly one of the biggest threats Black Star have produced in this game. But look how the defenders reacted to make sure they give the goalkeeper that adequate cover in order to make sure the ball doesn't land at the back of the net, and they did an amazing job. So if they continue playing like this, I'm pretty much sure they are going to end the 40 minutes of this encounter like this, until and unless they go into the tunnel, and Black Star KM were able to come up with a very good technical and tactical masterpiece in order to change the style of their flow, and then the pattern in the way they are trying to circulate the ball around. You can see one of their key players in the name of Ibrahim Adabo, number 12 at the heart of the midfield. After causing that mistake, he nearly get out of the game, and that is not healthy for him, because he has been the brain of this Black Star KM squad. He has been like another player coach in the team. So if he loses the best of our mindset, it's definitely going to hamper the rest of the team in the way they compete in this particular game, especially from 2-0 down. They needed every player, not just physically but mentally. They have to be sharp, mentally they have to be brilliant, mentally they need to understand how the opponent is playing and what they need to do perfectly to make sure they turn things around here. But so far it has not been a great day for them, and now Usman, the second goalkeeper have come in, and so far he have bring that stability and that confidence between the sticks. You can see he's trying to play with the rest of the team. I think that would definitely help. Black Star just needed that courage, that belief, that determination to give it everything so that they can turn the tie around. But without courage, without belief, without determination, such results can never be turned down. And if Sky Power do the right thing, they will eventually collect the maximum 3 points from this particular game.
Thank you very much, Seksidat Kujami. Of course, our reliable pundit alongside Kemo Kanyi from the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama, live on LSTV1. And special thanks to all those monitoring this game live on LSTV1 on either Facebook or YouTube at the cabin is Parliament 40 as usual. Kemo Kanyi, and of course Seksidat Kujami. Behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Noisy background from the the theater, and all the noise that is coming from the Box Bar Mini Stadium is of course coming from the supporters of Black Star KM, who are definitely very close to our commentary cabin. And on the opposite end we have another magnificent support base behind Sky Power Niro Legacy. And of course it is interesting on and off the pitch from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. The score is currently 2-0 and 2-0 in favor of Sky Power Niro Legacy, who took an early 2-0 advantage against Black Star KM. The first goal was an own goal coming from the central defender Joshua Jata of Black Star KM, before Alaji Kante getting the second to double the advantage. On the far side is going to be an attack, and Musa Suare, the goalkeeper, wouldn't be in any hurry. The custodian for Sky Power Niro Legacy wouldn't be in any hurry, as he and his side currently lead by 2-0. Kemo Kanye, we have already played 36 minutes unofficial, and time as per the first period is concerned is definitely very much minimal, as Sky Power Niro Legacy currently leading by 2-0, and hopefully they might be heading back into the dressing room with their nose in front, leading by 2-0 against Sky Power or Black Star KM at the Box Bar.
Yes, very well, Sky Power Niro Legacy. This is what they will yearn for. In fact, this is their fight as for now, because they wouldn't want their opponents to reduce the deficit into this particular game anytime before the halftime whistle is blown here. So that will be a fight for them, and then we have seen them manifesting that throughout since they have taken the lead into this particular game. So, but it has been a difficult game, especially for that of the Black Stars KM side, coming into a game that you needed the most. And then if they needed the most, I would say, because it's the third game of the in the group stages, then you, after losing one and then drawing one of your games, you coming into the third game, you needed that game so badly, and then coming into the game in the first 17 minutes, you find yourself, already 2-0 down. So that becomes a very, very difficult situation for the Black Star KM side, and then they try to recover from that, but still nothing is workable for them into this particular game in regards to getting themselves a goal so far after 37 minutes of play in the first half. So but let's see what they will be able to do before the final 3 minutes here is exhausted for the first time, and any other additional time that will be added here by the officials of the game. But it's a difficult game for Black Star KM, while that of their opponents, Sky Power Niro Legacy, will be fighting to the nail to actually get themselves to the dressing room for a halftime break, and then with this 2-0 lead here. So let's see what happens here in the final 3 or 2 minutes of the play into the first half here.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. It's of course getting closer and closer for Sky Power Niro Legacy as far as the first half is concerned. Any moment from now we might be seeing the fourth assistant referee additional minutes in this crucial and lively first period between Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy. The score is currently in Sky Power Niro Legacy's favor. On the far side, the team will try to launch, not for too long. The boys dressed in red colors will now launch. Black Star KM spreading it wide to the team captain Ibrahima Williams. Ibrahima losing it now to Abdul Jite. Abdul Jite 17 for Sky Power Niro Legacy, getting it down around the center circle. The boys currently enjoying, and not for too long, Black Star KM, who are currently trailing by 2-0, will solely pick possession on the far side. Can they pull one back before lemon time remains to be seen? Trying to dribble past his marker, and unfortunately the central defender allowed enough, and the player is currently down injured for Black Star KM, but the central referee Fatmata Jabang not the least interested as he waved in for a play on. Kante switching the play from the left to the right. On the far side, Abdul Jite is penalized by the flag of the assistant referee, and on the far side I think the player in question should have done better, but I think he went down too cheap, and the central referee was just on the spot to get that on right.
Yeah, indeed, this is Fat Javan for you, one of the most fascinating central referees that West Coast have produced over the years. He has been, one of those amazing referees, who, if you are going to rate his input when it comes to how he judged, the game. You can say, he is 10. If you are going to rate him over 10, it's always 9 over 10. When it comes to his game, because he's always, at a very close distance to the action. This is why he always got, the right judgment towards the action on any day. Such would not be awarded by any referee, and you don't expect Fat Jawan to award such kind of dive, if you like, coming from the Black Star KM attacker there in Patrick Gomez, who wanted to convince Fat Jawan that there was a contact there, but then Fat Jawan was spot on. There was absolutely no contact in that occasion. And then if the player knew that that is one of the golden chances that Black Star could have in this particular game, he could have done better than that, either to go for goal, or square it to the advancing player to tap it at the back of the net, but just to marry it to the ground just like that. And then you expect Fat Jawan to point to the spot kick. That's not Fat Jawan for you. So I believe the Black Star game could have done better than that. And so far the referees have just been amazing. They are on spot on, and the two assistants are just brilliant in Jara, and then the other first referee assistant at the near side of the commentary cabin. They have been doing an amazing job so far. And to me, so far the games that I've watched in this year's competition, this is one of the games wherein I can say I'm very much satisfied 100% with the level of officiating, because every judgment here have just been perfect so far. But then this is football. We cannot conclude that they got everything perfect, because we have another 40 minutes to play. But so far they have been amazing.
They've been amazing, and of course it is halftime. Halftime at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Halftime between Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy. And currently it is Black Star KM nil, Sky Power Niro Legacy 2. And this is where we're going to have a hold on the live commentary. Have 15 minutes of rest, and we'll be back for the continuation. It has been Parliament Party at the commentary cabin. Sesidat Kujabi, Kemo Kanye, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Until then, do join us in the next 15 for the continuation. welcome back to the Box Bar Mini Stadium after the 15 minutes of rest, and we are back. And back for the second and final half between Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy. The score is currently in favor of the boys dressed in light green shorts and green socks. Sky Power Niro Legacy now playing from the Democracy end towards the police line, and that was a decent one straight into the gloves of the netminder Usman Jaju. Usman came in the first period after replacing Sekuna Nyasi, who started the contest for Black Star KM, and after conceding 2 goals, Usman Jaju came in his place, and it is the second half and final half between these two sides. It is of course a crucial and lively Group E class between Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy, and in that very group we have Dasilame United leading the chart after 3 matches with 7 points. Fortune Football Academy on second after 3 matches with 5. Black Star KM will still remain on a point if they can get this game to parity. And currently Sky Power Niro Legacy with the current score will move to third with 4 points, and Black Star KM will drop, and also GSAR remain on a point alongside Black Star KM in that very group. We will surely get you the group standing in every group, starting from Group A to the last group. Group A, this is where we have Amasa leading the chart after 3 matches with 5 points. Newtown currently on second with 4 points. Kuta Jombolo on 4 points after 3 matches. Wellingara United on 3 points after 2. Senior players on the foot of the table, and on the far side is an attack for Sky Power or Black Star KM rather, and already a player is currently down, and central referee Fatmata Jabang has already given an opportunity to the boys dressed in red colors, and the player currently down is Patrick Gomez. Patrick Gomez is currently down for Black Star KM, and the team currently trailed by 2-0. They conceded 2 goals in the first half, and if the score should remain like this, Black Star KM will still remain with a point after 3 matches, while Sky Power Niro Legacy after 3 matches will move to 4 points. Noisy background, great ambience at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. The supporters of Black Star KM are definitely fantastic. On the other end is another fantastic support base behind Sky Power Niro Legacy, and on the far the player is being supported by the medics. Patrick Gomez is being supported by the medics, and the central referee Fatmata Jabang will now give the opportunity to Black Star KM to deliver this set piece. It's of course at a great position. Who is going to deliver remains to be seen, and Black Star KM, a team from Kembuje, came to the Brikama Summer Nawettan for the very first time and playing in their debut season in the Brikama Summer Nawettan, and after 3 matches still on a point. It's going to be another double substitution. Double substitution for Black Star KM any moment from now. And there is currently a lot of interest in this contest. Black Star KM with the gloves of the netminder Musa Suare, and Musa wouldn't be in any hurry. Central referee of this crucial and lively game is Fatmata Jabang. Fatmata Jabang, fantastic female referee. This is Kante spreading that ball wide, caught out decently by Black Star KM, not for too long. Sky Power Niro Legacy picks possession around the center circle, back to the central defender, and currently enjoying possession in their own half, now to their opposition's half. Any moment we're going to see double substitution, and double substitution coming from Black Star KM, who trailed by 2-0. And this is the 3rd game, and we'll definitely have a game to play against GSAR. It's going to be triple substitution for Black Star KM. Usman Obuba Sise Landing Krubali and Yankuba Fati will be introduced by the boys dressed in red shorts and white socks. On the far side is going to be another chase for Peter Ndeke. Peter trying to use his pace against his marker, unfortunately could not pick or could not keep the ball in play as the central referee Fatmata Jabang waved for a goal kick rather. 3 players to be introduced. Landing Krubali is one of the players introduced, 19 on his back. And Landing Krubali, it's now Buba Sise introduced. And the 3rd player to be introduced is Yankuba Fati. Coming into the second half, the score is still 2-0 in favor of Sky Power Niro Legacy after getting 2 first half goals. First one from an own goal and the second goal coming from Alaji Kante. Kante got the second goal for Sky Power Niro Legacy. It is now Black Star KM. Solid defensive work. Seshidat Kujabi, both sides picking it from there where they left it in the first half. And of course the busiest of the teams is of course Black Star KM, who definitely need to score, but not only to score but need to score twice at least to pick a point in this contest. Other than that, they will surely surrender maximum points to Sky Power Niro Legacy. Of course that will definitely be the very first maximum point for Sky Power Niro Legacy since the commencement of the Brikama Summer Nawettan.
Yeah, indeed, they have only under 40 minutes, in order to turn the tie around and get any chances of, possibly making it to the next stage of the competition or avoid a possible relegation threatening spot in this crucial encounter here. And the gaffer knows that pretty much this is why he wasted no time to effect triple substitution in order to change the outlook of this game. And now the question is whether the substitution will be impactful, which I hope so, considering the type of players that he introduced into the game. These are very good ball carriers, taking going forward in the name of Buwa Cisse, who done the number 10. He has been the goal scorer for Black Stars in the tournament proper so far, finding the back of the net on 2 different occasions, and then landing crucially, fondly vet, another very good, ball carrier, taking progression forward. And then, Yankuba Fati, who done the number 8, having, that ability to place the final passes where it needed the most, with his deadly left-footed passes. On his day, he can be very problematic for any opposition midfield, trying to dominate and prevent him from his style of football. But then we wait to see whether he coming into the final minutes of this encounter could prove to be very pivotal for the Kemuji based football club in Black Star KM. And now they lose they have only this 45 minutes to turn everything around. This is why they are going to give an almighty fight in these last 45 minutes to make sure they get something from this fixture. We wait to see whether we will see goals in the first 20 minutes of this encounter. If that happens to be the reality on the ground, they can possibly go on to bring the game to parity. But then if Sky Power were able to hold on to their lead, their 2-0 advantage for the next 60 minutes into this encounter, and now they only have 20 minutes to manage and then defend what they have, the gaffer would definitely turn to the bench and see what bring from the bench to make sure they give him that adequate security and that adequate defensive numerical advantage in their efforts to secure the advantage they currently have, and also manage the 2-0 advantage, and which would be very vital for Sky Power in their hopes of making it to the next stage of the competition.
Thank you very much, Seshidat Kujabi. Easy time netminder says Musa Suare, and Suare Musa wouldn't be in any hurry. Suare Musa dressed in his colorful white shorts, blue short and green socks. Now from the police line end to the democracy end, Black Star KM, and they are trying to get this ball trying to keep possession on the far side and already landing Krubali is one of the newest faces in the second half for Black Star KM, and the score is currently not in their favor. Black Star KM trailed by 2-0, and of course it is the Brikama Summer Nawettan, and Nawettan in full swing in Brikama. Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama is the venue, and the competition is the Brikama Summer Nawettan 2025, and we have teams playing 3 matches. Some of the teams played 2. In Group A already we have 3 matches being played by Amasa, and Amasa currently leading the table with 5 points. Newtown second with 4, Kute Jombulu third with 4 points. Wellingara United is currently 4th with 3 points, and senior players on the foot of the table with 0 points. Group B, top 10 after 3 matches, 9 points. Sabu on second with 4 points. Manokang third with 4. Kabafita United 4th with 4 points, and Superstars 5th with a point. Group C, Dreamers Football Club currently leading Group C after 3 matches with 5 points. Daru after 3 matches with 4 points. Makasutu third with 4 points. Sanchaba Youths after 2 matches with 2 points, and Power Station after 3 matches with 2 points. Group D, Bairo FC is currently leading Group D with 5 points after 3 matches. Elephant 3 on second with 5 points. Santosu United third with 3 points. Manduar United 4th with 2 points, and on the foot of the table is New Generation, and this time around that would have been a goalkeeping blunder from the goalkeeper Musa Suare, but unfortunately Black Star KM could not keep that ball in play as it rules on the other end for a goal kick. Sky Power Niro Legacy 2, Black Star KM nil is the current score from the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Noisy background from the theatre. Central referee is Fatmata Jabang, having the assistance of Bakari Jabang, Jara Silla, and Sumana Koli is the 4th assistant referee, and theatre is the venue. Boxbar Mini Stadium to be precise. Group E, Dasilame United is leading the chart. This is the very group where we have Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy. Dasilame United leading the table with 7 points after 3 matches. Fortune on second with 5 points after 3 matches. Black Star KM will now drop to 4th, while Sky Power Niro Legacy, if the score should remain like this, will now move to 3rd with 4 points. Sky Power Niro Legacy will move to 3rd, whilst Black Star KM and GSAR will remain on 4th and 5th respectively. On the far side is an attack for Landing Krubali. Landing trying to cause some problems on the far side after his introductions. He seems to be causing problems for the defenders of Sky Power Niro Legacy, and Musa Suare wouldn't be in any hurry. And the central referee Fatmata Jabang is constantly checking on her wrist. Probably Musa needs to be very much careful here. Kemo Kanyi second half, of course, from the Boxbar Mini Stadium, but we have seen an improved second half compared to the very first half of this crucial and lively game. And on the side of Black Star KM, they seems to be the most threatening side coming into the second half, and they have a definitely a great task to do here, because they need to score, not only to score, but need to score twice at least to go home with a point. Other than that, they will solely surrender maximum points to Sky Power Niro Legacy, who are currently leading here by 2-0.
Yes, this is what they need. They must score 2 goals into this particular game without their opponents scoring any further goals here. Black Star KM. So this is the job that they have. This is why when the second half resumes, you see them coming all out and trying to making sure that they keep that maximum pressure on their opponents. That is the Sky Power Niro Legacy side, who are currently leading them by 2-0 for them to be able to break the deadlock for themselves here. But it has not been easy for them since the start. I mean, we have already played 13 minutes into the second period, and then nothing has been possible for them. But they have been knocking doors since the start of this particular second half. Black Star KM, and then but Sky Power are very much focused on their game plan and in trying to making sure that if they are not able to add up their advantage into the game, but they will also continue to deny the Black Star KM side from scoring against them. So in preventing your goal post from being penetrated, the Sky Power Niro Legacy side, they will be able to go home with the maximum 3 points here, and that will be so helpful to their coach in trying to get themselves to the next phase of the competition. So let's see whether they will or they can keep playing as they are since the start of the first half and then coming into the second half here. So but that is the job that they have also to do here, to prevent their opponent from scoring against them, and then with that they are going home with the maximum 3 points, and this is what they need. Either of the sides, both sides, when coming into this particular game, this is their game plan, this is what they yearn for, and then currently, it is the Sky Power Niro Legacy side who are currently, on the verge of realizing that dream path.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Interesting on any moment. We're going to see another substitution, but this time to Sky Power Niro Legacy. There is a player on the far side down injured for Sky Power Niro Legacy, and Sky Power wouldn't be in any hurry. They are currently leading by 2-0 after getting 2 first half goals from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Who is coming off? That seems Pitandeki. Pitandeki is coming off for Sky Power Niro Legacy and will be replaced by Momodu Selu Jallo. Momodu Selu Jallo will have the chance to be introduced by head coach Lamin Bojang, and Lamin is having the assistance of Lamin Kote, whilst Osman Kujabi and Idrissa Jallo on the technical area for Black Star KM, and the team from Kembuye trail by 2-0 against Sky Power Niro Legacy. They call them the coalition. Sky Power Niro Legacy. It's a solid defensive work. It's going to be another opportunity, and central referee Fatmata Jabang has given the opportunity to the boys in red. Black Star KM needs to score, not only to score but need to score twice. And they get 2 goals in this contest and also have the chance to pick a point remains to be seen around the edge of the 18, and that's a massive clearance from the central defense of Sky Power Niro Legacy, who are currently enjoying the 2-0 advantage. The new entrant Mamadou Selu Jallo. Selu Jallo looking for options. He could not maneuver his way out as the ball rolls on the other end for a throw in on the far side. It is from the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama, live on LSTV1. We will slowly get down to other groups. We stopped at Group E and we will now move to Group F. And earlier on at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it ended 3-1 in favor of Jida Kabilo over Scoville Football Club. And in Group F, we have Jida Kabilo after three matches. The team is currently on top of the table with 9 points. Second is Puntalana on second after 3 matches with 4 points. Scoville remain third after 3 matches with 2 points. Dangam after 3 matches with 2 points. And Nema United on the foot of the table after 2 matches with just a point. In Group G, we have Tourist FA after 2 matches, comfortably sitting on top of the table with 6 points, followed by Young Boy Stars after 3 matches on 6 points. And it's another substitution for Sky Power Niro Legacy, and Sky Power continue to introduce fresh legs, introduce more and more fresh legs in trying to cement this 2-0 advantage or get more goals. The score is currently 2-0 from the Box Bar Mini Stadium in the 5 p.m. showdown, and in the 3 p.m. game it ended Jida Kabilo 3, Scoville Football Club 1 in the 3 p.m. showdown, and currently in the 5 p.m. game it is Sky Power Niro Legacy 2, Black Star KM 0, and Ibrahim Mane is the latest player introduced by head coach Lamin Bojang, and Sky Power Niro Legacy enjoying every moment. It is this 2025 Brikama Summer Nawettan, and the Nawettan in full swing. It is solid 40 teams eyeing for the mega trophy in the league and knockout. It is currently the league, and the knockout draw is yet to be staged by Brikama Youth or Brikama Sports Committee. Black Star KM now in their opposition half. Noise from their supporters at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and Black Star KM need to score, not only to score but need to score twice. It's going to be another opportunity, and this time around solid defensive work coming from the defender, of course, of Sky Power Niro legacy, and this defender in question is Bubakar Mane. Bubakar Mane, one of the central defenders, calling in for a handball. The central referee Fatma Jabang waved in for a play on. Is that a foul? Nothing given, and finally given to Sky Power Niro legacy, who wouldn't be in any hurry, as the score is currently in their favor. The score is currently in their favor. Group G, Tourist FA, after 2 matches with 6 points. Young Boys Stars after 3 matches with 6 points. Misira United with 2 matches after 2 matches with 3 points. Diamond Boys currently on 4th with just a point, whilst Benson BMA remain on the foot of the table in Group G. And the final Group H, Jaliba United after 3 matches with 6, Busumbala Kids with 4, Jambar Sane after 2 fixtures with 3 points. Sinjojola Kunda on 4th after 2 matches with 3 points, while Citizens FC remain on the foot of the table. It is currently lively from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and of course interesting between Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro legacy. And Black Star KM in this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan, and before the Summer Nawettan, Black Star KM are currently playing in the Nawettan proper for the very first time. Came through the eliminations, and in their first game got the better of Yarambamba FA on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. In the second game, it was 0-0 against Maximiral before advancing on post-match shootout once again. And in the third game, which was a Kembuje derby, it ended 1-1 between Black Star KM and Superstar before Black Star KM advancing on post-match shootout. And in the playoffs, it was 2-1 against Duajabi, and Black Star KM secured a spot in the Brikama Summer Nawettan proper, and the Summer Nawettan proper for the very first time in their first. They played a thrilling 1-1 scoreline against GSR before losing 2-1 to Dasilame United in their second game, and currently in their third game against Sky Power Niro legacy, the score is not in their favor as the team trailed by 2-0, and Sky Power Niro legacy got 2 first-half goals to get the team to a commanding advantage at the theatre. Sky Power Niro legacy had numerous attempts to get the team in the Brikama Summer Nawettan, but failed in most of the occasions, or in all occasions. And this time the team was able to have a coalition alongside the Sky Power, and this is why the team is now named Sky Power Niro Legacy, a combination of players from Sky Power and players from Niro Legacy. And of course, in their first game of this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan, it was of course a 1-0 defeat in the hands of Dasilame United before getting a 0-0 scoreline against Fortune Football Academy in the second game of this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan. And currently in their third game, it is currently 2-0 in their favor. 2-0 in their favor against Black Star KM, and we have to say is of course a noisy background, noisy background. And says that Kujabi, the supporters of Black Star KM are definitely very much active here, and the activeness in the supporters, if they should be able to inculcate that in the players, they should have at least pull a goal back here or get both goals at the Box Bar Mini Stadium.
Yeah, indeed. Kudos to the Black Star KM official fans club. They have been amazing, being behind the boys during the course of the elimination, and also cheering up the boys whenever they are playing here in the tournament proper. They have done an amazing job, giving the boys all the necessary, psychological support that they needed, to boost their confidence and, yield their output on the gym. But then, unfortunately for them, the noise and how electric they are keeping it on the stand, the boys were not able to replicate that on the pitch. If they have responded to the calls or the support coming from this, by now they could have pulled at least a conciliation or even force the gym to parity, but then that have not reflected on the pitch so far. Gradually we have seen them up in their gym in this midway in the second half, they are, improve in the way and the manner they gather touches, and then, trying to, circulate the ball at the either side of the pitch, trying to see how they can unlock, the Sky Power defensive organization. But so far, Sky have been very, very brilliant in the way, they organize whenever they are without the ball. And credit goes to the gaffer, who have also injected dual substitution. Many would expect, he would have many would have expected, he would close down the game by bringing in, defensive-minded players into the game, having, having their noses in front. But then he is not relenting. You can see, from the substitution, he have shown signs that true not is not enough for him. This is why, he injected players who are, attackers and are very experienced and a very good creative midfielder in the name of Deco Alias, who have been, one of, the experienced players in this Niro legacy or Sky Power team, to see how they can add onto their goal tally. But then it has been a brighter second half for the KM boys compared to the first half, despite the fact that, goals are not coming. The way they are circulating the ball have been better compared to the first 40 minutes of this encounter.
Thank you very much, Sexidat Kujabi. Any moment from now, we're going to see another substitution. Another substitution coming from Sky Power Niro Legacy. Who is coming off and who is to be introduced? We have to wait and confirm that. Central referee is Fatmata Jabang, and that's a set piece for Black Star, or a set piece rather for Sky Power Niro Legacy. Sky Power Niro Legacy will introduce Tony Nyobe. Tony Nyobe will be introduced, number 4 on his back. And who is coming off? We have to confirm that shortly. And Alaji Kante is off. Alaji Kante is already injured, and the goal scorer, or the second goal scorer for Sky Power Niro Legacy. The first goal was an own goal before Kante Alaji getting the second for Sky Power Niro Legacy, and it is currently a set piece. It's a set piece currently for Sky Power Niro Legacy, and the score is currently in their favor. Currently 2 players behind the ball. Bubakar Mane is one of those, and Tony Nyobe, the new entrant, sailed over the crossbar, never troubled the custodian. And of course, on the driving seat is Sky Power Niro Legacy, who are currently leading by 2-0. Central referee Fatmata Jabang. Bakari Jabang is one of the assistants. Jarai Silan and Sumana Kuli, of course, are serving as the 4th assistant referee. Busy technical area for Gafas. Lamin Bojang on the technical area for Sky Power Niro Legacy. Usman Kujabi and Idrissa Jallo on the dugout for Black Star KM. And the newest faces in the Brikama Soma Nawettan. Black Star KM. Central referee Fatmata Jabang will solely ask the player to get that ball back, as he is currently having a discussion with one of the players of Black Star KM Football Club, and the player in question is Ibrahim Adabo. That is already sorted out by Fatmata Jabang, and Black Star KM will now have the opportunity to deliver. Black Star KM going long this time around, and that's a goal for Black Star KM. And Musa Suare was trying to handle that ball. Unfortunately, the final touch on the central defender came another own goal, and this time an own goal for Sky Power Niro Legacy. And Black Star KM has already pulled the goal back, and we're going to see an interesting final minutes at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, Kemo Kaji.
Yes, Pa, we are going to see an interesting, 11 or 12 minutes or so in the final, in the final period of this particular second half here. But they have now pulled one back. And then they will continue to, pile more pressures and then trying to make it so that they get another goal into this particular game. So their opponent, Sky Power Niro Legacy, will be hoping that they stay onto this lead here in the remaining 11 minutes that will be played here, plus any other time that will be added by the officials of the game, so they can go home with the maximum 3 points. But it is going to be a very, very interesting final minutes here into this particular contest, because the Black Star side also they need only one goal to at least go home with a point, so they will be fighting for that, and then their opponent will also be fighting to defend this particular 1-0 here, in this particular 1 goal advantage here against their opponent. So let's see what happens here, Pa.
Let's see what's going to happen in the final moments at the box bar. It's a great tussle between the two sides, and central referee Fatmata Jabang has already given the opportunity. Black Star KM desperately in need, and that's a yellow card. And it's a yellow card to Mamadou Selou Jallow, and we believe that should have been Mamadou Selou Jallow is cautioned by the central referee Fatmata Jabang, and that is as a result of time wasting. And Mamadou Selou Jallow in the books of the central referee Fatmata Jabang, and Black Star KM launch Sky Power Niro Legacy on some defensive duties. We're going to see final interesting moments at the Box Bar Mini Stadium between these two sides. Black Star KM desperately in need of an equalizer, while Sky Power Niro Legacy will want to have another goal, and if they don't have another goal, they will definitely be content with this 2-0 or 2-1 advantage currently. Sky Power Niro Legacy this time around. What a save by the netminder for Black Star KM. That was definitely timely, Sidat Kujabi. And of course, earlier on, we have seen Black Star KM pulling a goal back, and this is definitely making the final minutes at the Box Bar Mini Stadium very interesting. And once again, it's Black Star KM. Black Star KM on the attack once again, and player Rasul, and central referee Fatmata Jabang has already given the opportunity. It's going to be an interesting final minutes at the Box Bar Mini Stadium after Black Star KM pulling a goal back at the Box Bar Mini Stadium.
Yeah, indeed. You can see, the crowd started believing that Black Star can come from 2 goals down, to restore parity in this game. That own goal is very important for Black Stars to get anything away from this game. And now you can see, every player is believing, and every technician in the Black Star KM technical bench also believing, and Black Star started sending numbers into the opposition dangerous areas, and now they just needed that almighty opportunity to force the game to parity, but Sky Power needed to do an almighty job to make sure they maintain the result as it is. But so far, Black Star have injected belief in their hearts, and you can see that reflecting on the pitch in the way and the manner they are playing. And then backs have been very instrumental. That is the center back for Black Star, trying to unleash long diagonal balls into the opposition own dangerous area, trying to build the game from the opposition own half, rather than building the game from their own backyard, taking the game onto them. That have been very effective for them. Now Black Star just needed to be cautious, and the custodian Usman has been amazing since he's coming into the game, and that was a great hand of save. It could have been 3-1 by now, but that save definitely means a lot for Black Stars to get anything away from this game.
Thank you very much, Sidat Kujabi. Interesting final moments at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in this Group E class between Sky Power, Niro Legacy and Black Star KM. Good to know that good to know that Abdul Latif MD Jata, a colleague and brother, currently watching this game from his base away from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And great to know that Abdul Latif MD Jata, who has been with us at the Box Bar Mini Stadium but now missing the actions at the theater. Good to know that you are watching with us, bro. And of course it's a throw in, and it's a throw in for Sky Power Niro Legacy. And Sky Power Niro Legacy is of course a team of Abdul Latif MD Jata. This is why he is definitely having key interest in this contest. It's going to be another opportunity once again for Sky Power Niro Legacy, calling in for a penalty, but the central referee Fatmata Jabang waved in for a play on. Play on, says the central referee. Final moments, final minutes at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. It is definitely getting more and more interesting. And unofficial, we have under 6 minutes of normal time, and what is expected to be added on by the central referee and the team of officials at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. The central referee is Fatmata Jabang. Bakari Jabang is one of the assistants. Jara Isila and Ansumana Koli is serving as the fourth assistant referee. Lively contest, great battle between these two, between Sky Power Niro Legacy and Black Star KM. Black Star KM came to the Brikama Summer Nawettan for the very first time after coming through the eliminations, back to the custodian and the goalkeeper Osman Jajo. What a showdown, what a contest. It's going to be another attack, and another attack into the gloves of the netminder Musa Suare. Musa wouldn't be in any hurry. Time definitely running out, and definitely running out for Black Star KM, who now need to score once, and they will equal the tally at the Box Bar Mini Stadium against Sky Power Niro Legacy, who just need to get a victory and possibly have the chance to move from their position to a great position on the group standings in Group E. It is now the turn of Black Star KM, dressed in red colors. This time Musa Suare into the gloves of the netminder. Navi moments for the entire supporters, technical members and players of Sky Power Niro Legacy, but the custodian Musa Suare equal to that. Time running out. It is Sky Power Niro Legacy once again. Tony Nyobe, one of the latest entrants, getting it down, but the flag of the assistant referee is already up, and time definitely not in their favor. We have already played 35 minutes into the second period unofficial, as the central referee officials are with the official timing. In case you just joining us, we are coming to you live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1 at the cabin Parliament Fati. Kemo Kanye, Sidat Kujabi, and behind camera operations as usual is Osman Kamara, and the goalkeeper Musa will definitely use the opportunity to wind down the clock from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Probably any moment from now we're going to see the floodlights on at the theater. Probably today we might not be seeing teams complaining of a poor vision here, because the score is currently 2-1, and 2-1 in favor of Sky Power Niro Legacy. Currently Black Star KM is definitely walking up their socks, at least to get a goal that will surely seal them the 2-2 advantage. Around the edge, it is Sky Power Niro Legacy. Not for too long. Black Star KM regain possession in their own half. Is the ball already out? Yes, a signal by the central referee, and the boys dressed in red colors will now have the opportunity to have some defensive options, whilst Sky Power Niro Legacy will benefit. It is the 2025-26 Brikama Summer Nawettan, and for the very first time Brikama Summer Nawettan having solid 40 teams in this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan. It's going to be a chase, and the goalkeeper, what is Musa trying to do here? What is Musa trying to do here? And calling in, and the central referee, we have to wait. And Musa Suare, let's wait and see. And Fatmata Jabang will now assess the level of the injury of the player. Let's wait and see what is going to be the decision here. But that was going to be a blunder from the netminder, says Sidat Kujabi.
Yeah, indeed. I think that was a very, very bad defensive responsibility coming from the centre back, and then the goalkeeper also come to mitigate the danger. He also miscalculated the decision, and the Black Star player did absolutely right on that occasion. To make sure he maneuver between the player and then get his foot to that touch away from the goalkeeper and also the centre back. And currently the player is still on the ground claiming that there was a contact on that occasion, but Fat Jabang the central referee has yet to make the final decision as this situation unfold. And then the first assistant referee also having a word with the central referee on that occasion in order to reach to a decision whether there was a contact or no contact. But then from our angle it will be very difficult to judge, but then these are rare occasions wherein in this kind of high pressing James you witness such kind of occasion, and unanimously the referees decided it is a corner instead of what Black Star came claiming. But then that was very crucial. They nearly get the game to parity. That was very crucial, and Sky Power need to learn from such kind of mistake. If not, Black Star would come from behind to snatch or force the game into parity.
Thank you very much, Sestidat Kujabi. It is getting more and more interesting from the Box Bar Mini Stadium and live on LSTV1. And of course, to inform you, tomorrow we'll be at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium for another great contest. We will solely inform our audience sure before tomorrow, but we can confirm that we will be at this Serekunda East Mini Stadium tomorrow, and on Monday we will be back at the Serekunda West for another match coverage. It's 3 minutes added on. 3 minutes added on. We have under 3 minutes for Black Star KM to get the much needed equalizer, or else Sky Power Niro Legacy will sail with a maximum 3 points. Time definitely running out. Kemo Kanye, interesting second half, an interesting final half. Around the edge, strike comes in, calling in for a handball. The central referee is interested. It's going to be another attack on the far side. This time central defender controlling that ball decently, getting the ball back to their opposition serve, and that's already in motion. The play is already in motion, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up on the far side, and it's going to be another substitution. And already Mohamed Rame is going to be introduced by Sky Power Niro Legacy. Kemo Kanye currently, Sky Power Niro Legacy currently in their own half. They just need to defend this 2-1 advantage, and they will surely bag maximum points.
Yes, under 2 minutes away for them to be able to celebrate this particular 3 points here. So this is what they are fighting for, and then coming into the dead end of the game, it is already 2-1 in their favor. But I mean, kudos to their opponents as well. They have put up a very, very respectable performance, especially in the second half, to actually reduce the deficit to a 2-1 scoreline here. So let's see what Sky Power Niro Legacy will do in this dead end of the game. They must fight to the nail to making sure that they prevent their opponents from scoring. So let's see what their opponents will do with this chance.
In the final moments at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, will Sky Power Niro Legacy, this time Sky Power Niro Legacy, it's a team that our very own Abdul Latif MD Jata played for, and now carrying the ball forward is Abdul Jite. Dribble pass one, looking for the second, spreading on the far side, decently caught out. Landing Krubali now. Black Star came on the far side, and the flag is already up, and Sky Power Niro Legacy will use the opportunity to wind down the clock, and of course we have already played 2 of the other 3 3 minutes at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Any moment from now, Central Referee Fatmata Jabang and the panel will solely end this proceeding at the theatre. And the score is currently in favor of Sky Power Niro Legacy, who with a victory will be picking their very first maximum points at the theatre. Some defensive duties. On the far side is a throw-in. Jarai Silla on the far has already put up the flag. Any moment from now, Fatmata Jabang, the central referee, and this time around is a solid throw-in on the far side. Sky Power Niro Legacy control possession in their opposition's half. It's now Abdou Jite. Jite Abdou. Abdou Jite trying to cause some problems. Abdou Jite now spreading it further to the gloves of the netminder. Time running out. Is that going to be the final action? And there we go. Full time at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. And full time between Black Star KM and Sky Power Niro Legacy. It's of course another defeat for Black Star KM, while Sky Power Niro Legacy has already picked their very first maximum point in this year's Brikama Summer Nawettan, and the team is already with 4 points. This is where we're going to draw the curtain. Draw the curtain from the Boxbar Mini Stadium. It has been Parliament 40. Sesidat Kujabi, Kemo Kanye at the commentary cabin, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Until then, bye-bye from the theatre till we come your way again. And of course, do join us at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium tomorrow for another fantastic live match coverage live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and YouTube. Just as I said, Parliament 40, Kemo Kanye, Sesidat Kujabi, Osman Kamara saying bye-bye from the Boxbar Mini Stadium, and see you tomorrow at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium.